Welcome to day 11 of my 12 days of Self-Wife Life Prep. I wanted to talk today about managing conflict, and it's one of those necessary things you have to learn, especially when navigating intimate long-term relationships. It's a good skill to have in general, conflict resolution, but there are a lot of feelings involved when you are with someone you love and wish they would do certain things that they're not doing, whether it's a pet peeve or a greater concern that you have. So I think it's super important to understand that the person you're partnering with is a human, which means we're inherently flawed, imperfect, and that we have good, bad, and ugly sides. Now, here on my channel, I do talk a lot about shadow work. I don't always call it shadow work, but that healing work, looking at those deeper parts of yourself and shining a light, because I think it's important to know what you are like when you're at your worst. Just to know, having some awareness about what it is that you do when you're irritable, when you're super hungry, when you're disappointed, when things don't go the way you wish they would go. Knowing what you're like can help prepare your partner for how to best support you. But you have your own work to do to show up as the best version of yourself. Your relationship is as healthy as the least healthy person in it. You need to figure out, how are we going to solve conflicts? And then how can I hold space for this person that's going to have bad days and may at times, we don't want this to be a regular occurrence, because in healthy relationships, it's not constantly filled with the ugliness of the other person. But at the times when certain life events happen, or there's a combination of certain things, are you going to be able to love your person through the difficulty, whatever it is that they're going through? Some memorable marriage advice that I've come across while researching, how to maintain a long, healthy marriage is don't go to bed angry, right? That's in the Bible. Don't go to bed angry. Constantly keep talking. Talk it out, talk it out, talk it out, talk it out. A lot of problems start when people stop talking about the problems. What is it that you don't like? If you don't talk about it, it's not going to go away. In fact, the problem will probably get bigger, or it will fester and cause an implosion in the relationship. So keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. There's someone else who I heard say argue naked. This is like an elderly lady in a I don't know, decades long marriage. Say, when we fight, we do it with no clothes on. I just I have brought that into my relationship. I was like, hey, we want to start talking about this topic. Maybe we should, right? Because it helps to disarm and remind each other that, hey, we have an intimacy here. We have a deep love for each other here. We are not the enemy here. The topic, whatever it is that we're wanting to find a resolution to, we can definitely do it because we're on the same side. I think keeping that mentality, we are on the same side. We can figure it out. Like, we can figure it out. I do think there are some things that people need counsel or assistance with. I do encourage you to follow like happily married people, which are rare and hard to come by. But I do recommend Recklin Pope in the way that she talks about marriage. Marriage is a lot of work, and this constantly having to ask questions, probe deeper, be patient, have an understanding, be forgiving in the midst of conflict is something you're going to have to strengthen, master if you want to stay married. It's the mindset I'm going into when I get married, right? This is a human. I'm marrying a man. Okay. This is a human, and I love the men. I love men, and I love my boyfriend so much. He's such a good man. But right, he's not perfect. I'm not perfect. And so together we come, and we've been able, right? We've had some conflict. We've had, I think, like one pretty bad argument. But in the end, all of these conversations have brought us closer together and reminded us of why we were attracted to each other in the first place, and helped to sharpen the vision of what we want our life to look like together, right? Coming to resolutions. There are points here that I don't often say in this series because I'm in a healthy relationship. And I know I've talked about unhealthy relationships before, but I just want to insert this concept here, that the kind of conflict or conflict resolution or discussions, arguments that I have with my boyfriend are very much level headed. There's no disrespect happening. They are conversations that might turn into passionate discussions, but there's no silent treatment. There's no passive aggressiveness. There's no, I can't say we've had a couple of toxic moments, but in the overall relationship, there is a man who's coming from a very grounded place, who is wanting to understand me and wanting to love me better. And I am also doing the same. And so I just want to add that in as the foundation of resolving conflict. If you are in a relationship where the person you're with has difficulty with alcohol or drugs, or they name call you or hit you, or any variation of abuse, or you're concerned that you're being manipulated, lied to, this video is not for that. Like, I have other videos on how to heal from toxic relationships. The book recommendation I have, Women Who Love Too Much, there's other videos on that, right? This is about preparing for a happy, healthy, long-term marriage and having constant conversations with the person that I love, who has treated me so well in the time that we've been together and has been so patient with me, and right, has exposed me to also evolving myself in a more positive, beautiful way, like as a human, as a woman. So, right, in the last video, I'm not gonna give this spiel, but I know in my last two videos I didn't really talk about, that sort of foundation. Let me know what you think in the comments. I do want to mention I am recording this video the day after, 2 days after Valentine's Day, and it was a cute little Valentine's Day. It was super cute. This I bought for myself last year or maybe 2 years ago. It's one of those flowers that don't die, or I don't know what they do to it to make it do whatever, whatever. And these are the flowers my boyfriend bought for me. So I just want to have that aesthetic here so I can remember this video. Also, the videos previously I recorded months ago. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Share this video with someone who is preparing for marriage. Subscribe to my channel for more videos about relationships, God, being a better person, healing. And thank you for watching again.